Welcome everybody, and it's lovely to have you here. Sorry I can't see you all, and sorry that we're not actually together, but welcome to the UK Heritage Awards for 2020, and thank you for attending. Well, this has certainly been an interesting year, isn't it? I don't think any of us are going to forget 2020 in a hurry. This will be probably things that we talk about for years to come, to our grandchildren and great-grandchildren, all the rest of it. It's very interesting talking to businesses of all types all around the world and hearing what their experiences are, what their expectations are, what their thoughts are. I think it's surprising how resilient organizations are. It's surprised how quickly they've been able to adapt to change. Some of the stories I could tell you have just really been quite amazing. But it's also very sad how some have suffered. And I know in this sector, there's been a lot of suffering this year. I think the one message I've had from business leaders everywhere that I've spoken to has been, don't expect things to go back to normal in the way that we had it, and start rethinking how you're going to do your business. Even if you are going to do similar to what you've done, it'll probably be with new customers and different customers than you had before, because people's habits are completely going to change, and with that they're going to spend, they're looking where they spend differently, and so there'll be some new ones coming in to spend in our area, but maybe some of those that have been spending in our area won't be so much in the future. So we just need to be prepared and prepared to think differently in the future. But I'm very buoyant. Most people I speak to are very positive, and they feel that this is an opportunity and not worse. And I think we've just got to accept the fact that this may even not be the only time we have these sort of issues, that this may become normal in the future, that every few years we have these sort of issues arrive. So we need to be prepared for them. And this whole medium is new to most of us. It's very interesting doing the awards in this way. And I hope you still enjoy it. And certainly we've got a number of members of the press there and here with us tonight, and they're going to partake in and hear who's won what and so forth. Obviously, there's not going to be the lovely applause that we always have in the great halls where we've had these events in the past, but please feel free. You've got a you're able to see a gallery of each other there, so maybe a virtual clap or a thumbs up or a well done or something like that would probably be appreciated by everybody. I've got a producer working at the back here, producing it all. He will see your chats. If you're writing, there's a chat channel that you can write and make comments to. So he'll see those, and we'll pick up and respond to those if there's something that you want us to respond to after this. And you can also chat to each other. I want to start by thanking the judges that we've got. The judges have done, as always, a tremendous job. They really do. They give it their time to do the judging and to read through it. And there's a lot of entries, a lot of reading to be done. So let me just thank the judges. They are here, and thank you, all of you, for being here and for the work that you have done. Norman Hudson, OBE, which most people know, he chairs the judging panel. We've had Anne Riley with us this year, who has been tremendous, and her input is always valuable. And then Lizzie Guthrow-West. She's a new person on the panel, and really was very useful having her input there. Jeremy Musson, as always, and then we've had Rachel Price Hood and myself involved as well. So a big thank you to all of you for the work you've done. And can I also say that the judging has been challenging this year. I suppose it's easy to say that, and probably said again and again, but the level of entries this year was quite much higher, I felt, and the judges felt, than we've had in the past. There's been some really interesting entries. There's been a lot of thought being put into some of these entries, and probably the best, certainly since I've been involved with it. The level of debate and discussion between the judges was quite intense this year, probably more than I've noticed in the past, but not intense as in argumentative, but as in really trying to make sure that we were doing it right and that people were getting the recognition that they deserve. So, it was a higher level of entries that were coming through there, but it was very fairly judged and thought through as it was being done. There was a couple of categories where we only got one entry, and sometimes if there's only one entry, the question is it really worth even putting it forward? Is that entry going to be good enough? And in a couple of occasions, it actually was. They were maybe only one got through to the stage, but it was still a very worthwhile entry, and so it's getting a recognition. So my second thank you is to all of you who put in entries, whether you win or lose tonight. As far as I'm concerned, you're a winner for having got to where you got to tonight. For all of those that put forward, a big thank you, and a big thank you for being here tonight. So without any ado, let's get on and look at the entries that we've had. We've got 12 altogether, and the first one is the best family day out. This one, the short list for the best family day out was 3 entries: Castle Howard, Bletchley Park, and Birdwald Roman Fort. The winner was Birdwald Roman Fort in Cumbria. This, in 2018, English Heritage opened their flagship family-friendly site at Birdwald Roman Fort, aimed particularly at families. And there was a museum which beautifully illustrated using characters for those people that lived and worshipped and worked at the wall. But what was really, it was very cleverly done. The judges thought. There was things in the museum like a Lego table which you could build parts of the wall, a crane to replicate the building of a Roman archway, a digital quiz to decide which wall dweller you are, and a periscope, amongst other things. And the judges summed it up in this way: Birdwald Roman Fort is a very hands-on and interactive, fantastic for children. It is accessible and allows people of all ages to engage together. There's a large variety of activities to take part in. The attraction is educational, tells the story of the history of the fort, and activities take place indoors and outdoors, engaging children and adults of all ages. So well done to Birdwald Roman Fort Cumbria for winning the best family day out in the awards for 2020. Well done. The next one is great places to eat. One of my favorites, being a bit of a foodie, I like this. And we had 2 entries this year where we had a highly commended. In other words, the judges got to that stage when they were looking at it and they just didn't feel that it was right not to make some recognition. So whilst there was one winner, there was also a highly commended. So in this case, it was Lovins Kitchen and Askham Hall. Lovins Kitchen in Kendal and Cumbria, and Askham Hall in Penrith. The highly commended was Askham Hall. This Askham Hall is a 13th century, a rare grade 1 listed peel tower house turned restaurant with rooms founded on food and drink. What is really great about it, it's by Richard Swale and has recently achieved its first Michelin star, which is wonderful for it, well deserved. The judges described it as a prized enterprise in historic buildings and excellent reviews, top quality menus using locally sourced products. And the judges felt that Askham Hall should receive recognition for the award of its first Michelin star, because that is an impressive achievement. So well done to Askham Hall and Penrith. Certainly highly commended and a place worth going to visit. The winner was Lovins Castle at Lovins Hall in Kendal in Cumbria. It opened in March 2019, a purpose-built cafe and dining space. The building was designed to complement the surroundings it is in. It was built using locally sourced limestone, sandstone, oak, and Cumbrian slate, and was trying to create a modern building within the historic surroundings of Lovins Hall. Of all the contractors, and there was 43 used to build this on this project, only 4 were based outside Cumbria. And this is some of what really impressed the judges, is that the kitchen is a new build, has been made from sustainable materials, very impressed with the sensitivity towards ensuring that the building fits in the historic surroundings, as well as the use of local craftsmen and materials. The customers' reviews are consistently good. The menus are of a high quality and local produce. So really felt that it deserved to win the Great Place to Eat for the award in 2020. Well done to Lovins Kitchen. Award number 3 is Wonderful Place to Stay. And this was the second one where there was a highly commended as well as a winner. The shortlist was Broughton Hall, Larchfield Estate, and Askham Hall. The highly commended went to Larchfield Estate in Belfast, and well done to them indeed. Rose Cottage at Larchfield was renovated in 2012, and over the 7 years, the property has expanded their accommodation and offer. They now have place for 26 guests. A new cottage has been developed for 11 further guests, opening in 2020. The 1800 stone cottage has been updated with stunning interior design, protecting the original features, plus mod cons required for a comfortable and memorable escape. What's really interesting is that they have a 1950s Swiss Army truck converted into a luxury glamping truck, and it even has underfloor heating and a sauna. The judges said it was a unique and different experience, combining new and old. The cottages offer comfortable quality accommodation. The Swiss Army truck glamping experience offers the visitors the chance to get away from it all in style whilst living inside a piece of history. Well done to Larchfield Estate in Belfast. The winner was Broughton Hall in North Yorkshire. One of the only exclusive use historic houses in the UK, the recently refurbished hall provides a wonderful luxurious site for private house parties. The judges described it in this way. They felt Broughton Hall feels very focused on being an exclusive place to stay. Its strength is offering high quality accommodation and letting guests feel that they have taken over. And why do I say that? Or why did the judges say that? The owner, Roger Tempest, actually moves out of the house and the guests move in. This is really a country house experience. The property offers plenty of add-on services such as spa experiences, outdoor pursuits, and of course there's got the magnificent staterooms that lend themselves to formal gatherings. So well done to winner of Wonderful Places to Stay for 2020, Broughton Hall, North Yorkshire. Number 4 is Most Improved Heritage Development. This one is one of my favorites. Anybody that's developing and keeping heritage current for users is particular interest to me. This particular shortlist here is Bletchley Park, Larchfield Estate, and Winchester Cathedral. The judges said that this has been a long-term project which allows visitors to explore over 1,000 years of English history. It's an inspiring education experience offering visitors the opportunity to learn all about the significance of this historic building within the wider story of English history. The winner this year is Winchester Cathedral. Kings and Scribes, The Birth of a Nation is a spectacular new exhibition at the Winchester Cathedral. Really is spectacular. So transform the understanding of the English nation. Thanks to a grant from the National Luther's Heritage Fund of 11 million, they have been able to do a stunning and fully accessible 3-level exhibition space that has been created in the cathedral's south transept to enable visitors to enjoy and appreciate Windsor Castle's remarkable heritage from each different level. So really well done for a tremendous entry from Winchester Cathedral. Number 5 is Hidden Gem. Always looking for those not so well-known things. What's going on that's out there that nobody's really particularly aware of. It doesn't have to be the whole place. It can be something within a building. In this particular case, the short list is Broughton Hall, Bletchley Park, Rangers House, and Accessing Aden Project. The winner is Accessing Aden Project from Northumberland. In 2016, a local group of volunteers and the AONB, Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty, found themselves in this incredible, unusual situation of creating a near early medieval ossuary in the crypt of St. Aidan's Church at Bamborough. The ossuary houses the remains of 110 Anglo-Saxon ancestors, and the excavation of this was from 1999 to 2007. From the sand dunes close to Bamborough Castle, each skeleton is an individual charnel boxes and secured behind bespoke grills in a second crypt. It's a remarkable community that dates back to 650 AD and are probably some of St. Aidan's first Christian converts. The judges described it as a project which does much in furthering science and education. The judges were impressed with the project being volunteer-led. They found it very interesting, varied, and accessible project with digital elements as well as archaeological. Well done to Accessing Aden Project in Northumberland. The best wedding venue each year is quite a challenging one because there are some really great ones out there in terms of wedding venues. And this year was no exception. In fact, it became a very difficult one to judge. The short list included Goodwood, Larchfield Estate, Askham Hall, and Victoria Baths. The judges got to the stage when actually this was left and we went on and judged some other ones and came back to this one. Because as you will find out, these two properties were very different and offered something extremely different. And so very unusually, the judges agreed that instead of one winner, there would be joint winners this year for this particular project. And so 2 people jointly have both won Best Wedding Venue for 2020, 2 very different places indeed. So the 2 of them are, the first one is Victoria Baths. Victoria Baths in Manchester houses 5 unique spaces for ceremonies that include the option to get married in the deep end of one of the empty pools or against the superb stained glass backdrop of the Turkish restroom. Each couple has exclusive use of the entire building during their ceremony and reception, and have the day before to set up and the day afterwards to take everything down. Just a completely unique experience. Goodwood was the other winner. Home to the Dukes of Richmond for over 300 years, the magnificent of Goodwood House provides an unforgettable wedding venue and an authentic heritage in hospitality. Opportunities to tailor the weddings to each couple's taste are plentiful. A dedicated wedding planner is consistently on hand to help create a bespoke wedding and assist the bride. The judges' description and comments were, these venues offer the highest quality while serving different needs Victoria Bath is quirky and different. You're free to do what you want within the space, including hiring your own catering and your own entertainment. Reusing the space, the saved baths, which would have otherwise been demolished. Just a tremendous making use of the property. And of course, Goodwood offers that first-class luxury bespoke experience that you can sit back and be looked after in a superb heritage setting. There are excellent customer reviews and a stunning backdrop for photographs. So that was the quotes from the judges to both of those. Well done to both of them, Victoria Bath in Manchester and Goodwood in Chichester. Well done. Number 7 is outstanding customer experience. When it came down to the shortlist, only one came forward through to that stage. And that always creates the challenge. Well, okay, you're now judging something against the criteria, but you've got nothing to compare it with. Is it really good enough? The judges have said Goodwood are industry leaders in their field with a great business model. Their bespoke service caters for many different audiences and attracts many returning visitors. They put extra focus on each separate area of the business. The Festival of Speed and Vintage Days attracts visitors from all over the world. To give you a flavor of what we were looking at as judges, everything at Goodwood follows a very core set of values. Obsession for perfection, focusing on delivering quality 100% of the time. The real thing, which ensures experiences authentic, being pure, unspoiled, unadulterated pleasure. Daring Do inspires us to create the best possible experience with a wow factor. And sheer love of life is the 4th value. Shares employees infectious enthusiasm who want to get to see others getting the most out of their life. So really, in terms of outstanding customer service, they really deserve to win it, even if they were the only ones that got through to the shortlist. Well done to Goodwood in Chichester. The best event, festival, or exhibition, we've got 2 entries for this. They made the shortlist. Menai Bridge Community Heritage Trust and Eltham Palace. The winner this year for this award is Eltham Palace. The judges said that the show, and it really is an interesting show, promotes diversity and youth and is an engaging theatre show within a historic site. Our House is an impressive performance, exploring LGBTQ, heritage, and the history of Eltham Palace. It's a new piece of devised site-specific promenade theatre created and managed by 30 young people aged between 12 and 25. More than 500 people attended performances which took place at Eltham Palace between the 20th and the 22nd of September in 2019. The judges said the performance is tasteful, sensitive, charming, and very touching, really well put together and produced. Well done to Eltham Palace, Our House in Greenwich. The next award is the contribution to heritage, and again, one of my ones that I feel I have a soft spot for. This particular entry here, let me go through the shortlist with you, is the English Heritage Speaking with Shadows podcast, Beeston Castle and Roundhouse Project, and Porchester Castle. The winner this year is English Heritage for Speaking with Shadows podcasts. A really, really interesting and educational event. Speaking with Shadows is a podcast that listens to the people that history forgot. It focuses on unrepresented stories, particularly those overlooked because of race, gender, class, sexuality, or political beliefs. Each episode uses an English heritage site as a starting point to explore bigger topics. Broadcaster Josie Long was chosen as the presenter as someone who would be completely new to the stories rather than an expert with existing knowledge. The judges described it as the podcast really unpacks the stories behind the site in such interesting ways, much like an intelligent radio broadcast, a contemporary and innovative use of the history and technology. Well done for a really well-deserved award by English Heritage for a wonderful project, and certainly worth tuning into Speaking with Shadows podcast. Number 10 award. We're getting near the end quickly here. Once again, only one made it through to the shortlist, and that always makes us a little bit nervous. But the winner is Lovins Castle. It's a 16th century exclusive use venue, just 27 miles from Edinburgh, offering a range of spaces for corporate events, from board weekends to incentives for 1,500 people. Spaces include the dramatic staterooms, the wonderfully rustic Victorian kitchen and vaulted cellar. There are 8 luxury ensuite bedrooms, all with a workplace and free Wi-Fi. Bear in mind, this is corporate experience. Free Wi-Fi is very important. There are over 100 acres of parkland, ideal for team building, including Highland games, country sports, and off-roading. The judges felt the property is very impressive, with some great new ideas, which have been successfully inputted to prioritize the corporate package. Well done to Lovins Castle in the Scottish Borders. Number 11 is, this is must visit. Places just, should be on your bucket list. It's a must go to place, if you like. And so, a well sought after award. 3 got through to the short list on this one: Bletchley Park, Goodwood, and Winchester Cathedral. The winner of this one is Bletchley Park. Bletchley Park was at the epicenter of World War II code breaking and the British Wartime Intelligence Hub, a place where modern technological innovation and human endeavor made groundbreaking achievements that have helped shape the world we live in today. The judges felt a perfectly pitched entry for this category, particularly in the year that we celebrate the 75th anniversary day. A unique exhibition and restoration, fantastic customer reviews, a valuable piece of our history that is just simply a must-see, and well put together. So well done to Bletchley Park. Excellent entry and well deserved. And that brings us to our final award, and this is a discretionary award by the judges. We call it the Best of Heritage. Really, it's opened up to the judges. Is there anything that you've seen here that maybe didn't get as much recognition as it could have done, or really was doing something outstanding and that can be recognized as being the best of heritage? So it takes all of the award entries and just says, what out of all of this could we really say with our hands on our hearts, this is the best of heritage? The winner this year for this very esteemed award is Bletchley Park again. Bletchley Park scored highly in every category that it entered. It is evident that a great deal of thought has gone into collating supporting materials that are interesting, engaging, and relevant to the criteria, offering the judges a detailed insight into everything the attraction has to offer. Whoever put the award entry in for Bletchley Park really deserves commendation. It's a unique part of British history. It is an educational and entertaining place, and special recognition the judges wanted to give, and they felt Bletchley deserved, for their continuing efforts in restoring and preserving this unique site for future generations to appreciate. And it really is a very unique site. Visitors' reviews are excellent, with many commenting that they left Bletchley Park totally in awe of and full of admiration for the code breakers and their important contribution during World War II. So a heartfelt well done and thank you for the contribution to the best of heritage to Bletchley Park. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that gives us the awards for 2020. Sorry we couldn't be in some lovely rooms like we have been in the past. I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to go in, have it live next year, or whether we'll have to fall back on doing it this way. We may have issues because of the shutdown and people being able to get entries in, but equally that may be an opportunity for some to put their entries in. So we'll watch this space. Certainly the entries that we've had and the participation that we've had, we're really, really pleased with. And we hope that this recognition for all of you is useful to you as well going forward. Certainly the press coverage that we get, we're also always very pleased with because this sector deserves the recognition for things of this nature. So until next year, when we hope to see you one way or the other, thank you everybody for attending and have a great evening. Bye for now.